We are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Majorly Creative Hour and a Bit, a show brought to you by The Void. Today, I've got joining me my good friends, the boys, the tussling Palarinos, Scott and Sean. How are you guys doing today? What'd you get up to?
I started a new save in Elden Ring.
Oh.
And that's about it. I cleaned my kitchen.
Oh, that's
I have
important.
I have new neighbors moving up in upstairs.
Mm.
Which is nice folks. Because they were in my kitchen for a bit. They
What?
they needed to move a couch upstairs. They're on the top floor above me. So my kitchen leads into like a stairwell that goes down into the backyard. It used to be the fire escape. And they were like, I could hear them struggling in the fire escape. I didn't know it was them because my upstairs neighbors, my old ones, were just noisy as fuck anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went when there was just like a whole like a raucous coming from the, is that the right word? A
Yeah.
cacophony.
Ruckus.
Ruckus. Raucous is an adjective. Ruckus is a
A
verb.
ruckus could be raucous.
Yeah, a raucous by definition is raucous, right? Anyways, I didn't think anything of it, and I just heard like the most gentle little like just knock, just the little doot, doot, doot on my door, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And it was just like this. He was like, "Man, like we're trying to get this couch up. Like, is it okay if we just like bring the couch into your kitchen so that we can pivot it around the corner up to?" I was like, "Totally, dude." So I held the door open for them, and like, I was like, nice as a father and son. I really hope that they're more quiet than the people who were there before.
Oh, dude.
Honestly, it sounds
was
like almost
unnerving.
anything's an improvement.
Oh yeah, Justin's crashed in my living room before. He knows.
So Sean has this like little rollout pad thing for guests, which is, by the way, incredibly accommodating that you just own that. Like thank you for looking out. Because when it gets late enough, I don't want to go on transit, so I just want to sleep. So I remember I'm laying there in the morning, and as I'm opening up my eyes, I just hear two people going at it like fucking rabbits.
He's louder than her too, and it lasts like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It was like these long, drawn out grunts where it was like you are giving way more than she is, King. Like you gotta, she's gotta start trying more, or you have to relax a little bit because the audible like reciprocation between the two of you is not equal.
Yeah.
Kind of felt bad for her after a little bit. It's like, all right, dude, stop, man.
Not to mention that like they ended up having a friend over that had like a dog, and the dog was like the sweetest thing. It was like this pit bull mix, but it had really bad separation anxiety, and they would leave it alone for so long, so you would just hear the dog whimpering and crying. And
Aww.
And then like I guess there was all day this, like, Justin, whenever you on voice chat with me, I was like, what the fuck are my neighbors doing? But I guess they were moving. So I guess that checks.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I know that's like kind of like it's kind of like played out the trope that like, oh, the upstairs neighbors are so loud. But I swear to God, like my upstairs, there was I swear, like, Mondays were bowling classes, Tuesdays was a tap dancing convention, like
maybe it was
crazy. And then you would hear them, they would vacuum all the time, which, like, I'm jealous of how often they vacuumed, but like I would just hear the rollers at all hours of the morning, all hours of the day, evening. And I'm home all day every day. So are we streaming or?
Yep, it's live.
Okay, so this is all, oh my God, okay. Wow, hi everybody. I didn't see there. Oh my. I hope you enjoyed my stories about my upstairs neighbors.
Oh, you scared the crap out of me. Hello.
Guys, I listened to not the last stream because that was a disaster on my part. But the one before that where we made the Trump cracker.
Yeah.
And you know what I noticed?
What's that?
I didn't take a single pee break that entire thing. Let's hear a round of applause for me.
Yeah!
Unless Scott edited
it out. Editor Scott, do you mind just throwing some applause in there right when he said that, please?
I literally already did.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. When I was living in my old building, it was weird when I moved into it, because when I moved in there, I was 22, and when I moved out, I was 28. So it was like this huge window of time, and when I moved in, it was all like college students, so it would be partying every night. And there was one night I was sitting at my window. I lived in the basement apartment, so I'm at my window, and I'm just like enjoying the night, and then all I hear is woo, and then a dude just hit the ground in front of my window, like he just belly flopped. And,
Amazing.
and he did not waste a second. It was like impact, and then he was back on his feet and he was gone. And as soon as I thought, like, okay, that was weird, but whatever, college students are gonna college, as I was walking away from my window, I heard, yeah! And then another dude hit the fucking ground.
What are they doing?
Right?
What are they doing?
One time I was sitting on my couch and watching TV, I'm in my boxer shorts, and two guys walk in and they've got a six-pack with them. And they walk into my living room with confidence and stop and go, party? And I was like, dude, this is 107. You're looking for 307. They were like, oh, our bad. And they snapped one of the beers off the six-pack, left it on my kitchen table, and walked out.
Fucking A, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Party foul turned into a party favor.
I wasn't even mad. I started locking my door, but like, I wasn't even mad. All right. What do you say we get into some cartoony shenanigans?
Hell yeah, brother. I have a proposition for you, Justin.
Hit me with it.
I say that instead of starting with a random word, we start with a random sentence.
Okay.
And then from there we take it into random words. What do you think?
I'm on board. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for me to hit it?
Yep.
I'm ready.
I'm assuming I'm doing it, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's been the formula so far. All right. Well, I mean, if it's a sentence, do we want to make more time, or I think 5 minutes will be okay.
5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, well, and then we can expand on it when we inevitably get something easy, so...
It's weird how doing this show has made me a better artist, because I sat down to draw in my sketchbook to do some rudiments, draw some rectangles, some circles, and just my ability to just stay loose and relax and just like draw shapes now. I've gotten better. The show's actually done good for me as an artist.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed, like even like watching like the recordings of the streams, is it's really fun just watching you like bang out like just things that would take me like a while to think about and plot, like hands or butts or facial expressions, or like I'll watch the stream and it's a weird contrast because I'll watch you struggle with the letter D, but then I'll also watch you just be like, oh yeah, a butt, here we go, or a hand, there we go, and you just crank it out. Maybe that's not the best turn of phrase for that.
Oh no, Justin's cranking it. When
No, I've cranked one or two hands in my life.
And even leave it deep.
All right, Sean, could you give us the sentence, please?
All right, let me engage the thrusters here. Generate random sentence. All right, Justin.
Yeah.
Your prompt, PROMPT, no apostrophes. There are few things better in life than a slice of pie.
Ho, ho,
ho. All right.
Perfect.
All right.
I want to see some classic Justin Major art. And I want to see some dude hunched over a slice of cherry pie with a nice fucking dollop of vanilla ice cream on top, rubbing his hands together. You just can't wait. You just can't wait to get in there. You just can't wait
be an American Pie
there.
situation.
It's going to be American Pie. No, he's not going to fuck it. He's not going to fuck it. It's a slice of pie. You need the whole pie to fuck it. Not that I know.
Sean over here with the full pie-sized dick.
Wow.
You don't come at it from the side. You come at it from the top. That's the trick. That's what he did. He got it on that counter.
Yeah, but
he didn't take it to his room, which was fucked up. And also, he didn't question for a second Listen, I've been a teenager.
The temperature.
The temperature is actually probably a key part of the appeal.
Yeah, but that hot. Or had it been
But you
sitting
never
out?
question, like, nobody's gonna wonder where the pie went?
Well,
Yeah, somebody made that.
they made a point of that in the movie where they like Jim's dad is sitting there with him and he's like, well, we could just tell her we ate it and, and
Just tell your mother we ate the pie.
like
I haven't seen that in so long.
Eugene Levy's a fucking treasure, dude.
Oh my god, yeah. In everything.
When he's showing him the Playboy, he's like, yeah, she's just giving you that look like, oh, hey there,
Hey,
boy.
carried the movie with his eyebrows. Man, his son too inherited his talent and his eyebrows. You guys ever watch Schitt's Creek?
Oh yeah.
That shit is revolutionary, and I don't use that term lightly. That's a master class in writing like a single camera, like no live audience comedy. It was so good.
Oh, literally.
Who's the one who plays the mom in that show? That's
Catherine O'Hara. She's fucking brilliant. I have goosebumps just thinking about it. She's so fucking good. Her like subtle like mispronunciations of certain words, her like all the wigs that she does, and like I think I saw it, like I watched it on Netflix about a year ago when I was off with my concussion, and I remember the Netflix series ends, and then they made a documentary that they just tacked onto the end of the next Netflix series, and I watched the whole thing, and I think she picked out like a good chunk of her wigs and costumes and everything too. Like she which only ever makes a show like that better is when they're like, when the writers go to the character, the actor, and say, what is your character like? You know, they let them speak through it. That's like another amazing example of that is oh my god, Gillian Jacobs.
Yeah.
In Community, she played Britta.
Oh, yeah.
And her character gets a lot of flack from outside sources of talking about like how she's like bimboified or flanderized or just stupid, but like she wanted to play her goofy like that. Like the season 1 starts and you think like, oh, she's smarter than everybody, but like, and then she lets her guard down and she's like, she belongs there with the rest of the study group, and she's smart in her own way, but like also goofy, and like when she's not afraid to be herself, she's herself and just kind of silly and outgoing and stuff.
Well, I think she does a good job of like developing into that just in the first couple episodes alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's such an interesting area when you give an actor, somebody whose job it is to breathe life into a character, and you give them the opportunity to absolutely like immerse themselves in that character. And when you give them that room to have fun, it's like, yeah, in the first episode she might have seemed like the smartest, but it's really cool that as an actor and as a performer, you have the insight of knowing I can grow with this character. And it speaks a lot to the writers and the directors of that show to give that autonomy to their actors and let them have that growth.
Yeah. And that's what makes a good show, because if you hire talented actors, like, and every single person on that show was talented. Like,
yeah,
I listen to a lot of Dan Harmon's podcast, Harmontown, which like it's over now, but and he talks a lot about how like Donald Glover was always just like one of the funniest, smartest people in the room, and they would actually write onto the script. They would take a note from the Scrubs writers, and they wrote into the script sometimes, just like if Donald improvises something funny.
Yeah,
and like he was always just like on it. It's amazing, and like as somebody who's watched the show literally dozens of times, it's really cool. Like because like when you first watch it, if you're coming at it from a lens of like
4, 3, 2, 1.
Shit.
There's our time.
There's a whole sentence. Can we like maybe give him another 2 minutes?
Well, let's just we'll finish what we were talking about, and then we'll.
I'll add to it. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I'll never be finished talking about Community. So.
Yeah, Translate gets an extra hour. Well, just the beat you were on.
I mean, that's good. You got the gesture, you got the facial expression down. There's a pie. We got it.
Yeah, it's there.
What was the whole phrase?
There's nothing better in life than a slice of pie.
Oh yeah, his face shows that. To him now, there is nothing better than a slice of pie.
He is dialed in.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. I think we take a page of last week's book and just kind of let the next prompts tell us what the situation is.
Okay. What are we going in? What kind of word are we going in with?
I was thinking I would hit another random word from all categories, and then after that, maybe we can start thinking of like things because we started with a sentence, right?
Yep.
Yeah, usually it's near the end when we realize like, oh, there's not a lot of detail, or there's
Yeah.
like there's space open. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hit us with it.
All right. Your word is nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous. I don't want to anthropomorphize the pie.
Oh, but we kind of have to anthropomorphize the pie.
Maybe he's nervous about how much he wants the pie. Like maybe the waitress's hand is still on the plate, and he's got like the knife and fork in his hand, and he's like, I need to wait until she lets go before I start eating it because I want it so bad. Now I'm nervous about how I'm going to see it because I'm at a diner, right? Like it's not his pie at home.
He thought he was clean, but now he's realizing.
Those pegs under his eyes tell me that he's been up thinking about this pie.
Wait, what if he thinks it's a trap? And what if it is a trap?
Oh, wow, that's a huge development.
Well, he's nervous because he's like, wait, this is too good to be true.
Why is he so nervous? He's at a diner. So now at this point in my life, all I have to think is like, what is this poor server thinking? And this guy who's just sitting here and he's just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck that pie up.
Oh, I promise that the server's not tuned into it. Like she might just be like, what's up with that guy? And then she'll just put the pie down and then go back to the kitchen and be like, there's this guy at table 13. I don't know what's up with him. He's really into the pie. That's it. That's the extent of how this will go.
Yeah.
Just to wrap up my point really quick about Britta and Community is it's easy as like a outside observer, like not outside observer, as like a first time watcher of the show, like even especially now in like 2024, seeing it as like, oh no, it's just bimboified or whatever. But like I've watched the show dozens of times and it's really easy to look at it as just like, okay, this is Britta with her guard up in episode 1. And then throughout season 1, she like slowly lets her guard down. And then by season 2, she's just herself with all of her friends, you know?
Well, and you literally see it twice. I think in the second episode where she kind of acknowledges the fact that like, oh, like I talk all this stuff about protest or whatever, but I don't actually do it. And so she shares that revelation, and then everything with like the bathroom, like I never really understood how to do a lot of this like stereotypical girl stuff, and so I don't really fit in. But now I'm starting to figure it like those two revelations right there really humanize her, and in the like context of the show, in the reality of the show, that's her being able to be more comfortable with like Shirley and Annie specifically in these.
100%. Yeah, that's a really good point because you remember the timeline a lot better than I do, and I just finished a rewatch of the show.
It's because I literally just like I'm on season 2, so I just watched season 1 like last week. So it's
did we talk about this already?
We did. We did.
Okay. Sorry, it comes up a lot.
Well, it's a good show. It is fantastic. I rewatch it. I don't know, not super frequently, but like I try.
Justin, I just watched Emperor's New Groove. Can you give her like really long eyelashes that end in like globs of mascara? Mascara is what you put on eyelashes, right? Am I wrong?
It is.
Yeah.
I think so. There you go.
Because that's like something that Yzma and the waitress at the diner have, is like their eyelashes are long and then they end in like little like globs of mascara.
Yeah.
One thing I always appreciate about that movie is that there was never a final script. Like, so the Disney the Disney archivist came to the producers of Emperor's New Groove, and they were like, "Hey, do you guys have the script? We need to like archive it." And they were like, oh no, we just storyboard it. And they were like, I'm sorry, what? And they were like, yeah, so we drew it and then we animated it, and that's what we did. And they weren't, that was so new. Like even higher ups at Disney were like, wait, they did what?
Yeah. It's funny. I just realized that the voice of the llama is credited. Weird.
That's it. That's just
Not
David Spade.
not David Spade. Not David Spade, you motherfucker. The other llama at the beginning. The one that was already a llama. Yo, this waitress kind of bad though.
Right?
Yeah, I could tell. Like, I remember, like, I hadn't seen the movie in a few years, and I had been thinking about it. And so Tamara and I watched it the other night, and I was like, man, this movie.
All right. Well, this is.
You were saying.
Go on.
I was like, this movie, like, I was telling her, I was like, oh man, I haven't watched this movie in so long. It really helped develop my sense of humor as a child. Because I don't know what I was remembering, but it wasn't the movie. There was a lot of like interactions in the movie that was just, it was purely from the chemistry of the actors. Like John Goodman and David Spade had really good chemistry and like really good lines, and like obviously Patrick Warburton's hilarious and his character was hilarious, but like there wasn't any particular line in the movie where I was like, yeah, that's a joke, that's good, that was witty. It was a lot of just like, I don't want to say ham-fisted. I'm not a professional writer, so I don't know what the fuck they go through.
But that is
but like at the same time, I was like, there wasn't any point in the movie where I was like, that was a setup and a punchline, and it was witty, and like I didn't see it coming. It was all just like really just like it was just a vibe throughout the entire movie. But I liked it.
At no point
even now
in that movie did it ever feel like it was being pandery or talking down to its audience. But on top of that, tonally, the movie moved perfectly. Like, if there was a scene that was supposed to be sad, you felt it. If there was a scene that was supposed to be funny, like when we're watching Yzma and Kronk do jump rope with Potch's kids, that's hilarious. Why are they doing, like, the characters are just constantly being thrown into scenarios that they have no right being in, and that's what the movie coasts on so solidly, is that even if the plot isn't solid, which by the way is, like, it's a very clean-cut movie,
from an outline perspective, yeah, for sure.
It's the characterization of that movie that makes it so good, is that you don't feel like you're watching characters on a screen, you feel like you're watching people have an adventure.
I think that's why I brought this up. I can't remember, but I think our conversation about how the actors really bring the character to life is like Emperor's New Groove is such a perfect example of that. Mm-hmm. I don't think I would have watched that movie if it wasn't like, if the actors didn't all have that chemistry with each other and their characters. Mm-hmm. You know, like I like David Spade is the perfect choice, obviously, to play a whiny, spoiled brat.
Oh yeah,
you know. Like, and then, you know, John Goodman has always been like this down to earth kind of character, you know, and he really fits into his role. Patrick Warburton is just like a lovable oaf in that, which like I can't really say. I don't really know that Patrick Warburton's been typecast. His voice is amazing, obviously, but his character really in Emperor's New Groove kind of reminds me of just a more lively version of his character from Seinfeld. Where he's just like a lovable doofus. Yeah, he was one of Elaine's boyfriends. He was just like a doofus.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
But it was good. And like Eartha Kitt as Yzma, that's insane. What else did she voice act anything else ever, or did she just do Santa Baby then Yzma, and then that's
it? It's a hell of a resume, though. Geez, like.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
It's too.
Dude, she died in 2008. She was 81.
Yep.
Damn.
That means she was 73 when she did Emperor's New Groove? That's crazy.
Apparently she was born in North South Carolina, which is ironically closer to the middle of the state.
You know what, if someone said Northwest?
It's a fucking disaster down there, man. Oh, she was in a hole. She was Madame Zeroni.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Shit.
I forgot about that. Do you guys ever have to read Holes in school?
No.
Yeah.
I had to read it in 7th grade. Do you ever read that book? There's at the end of it, there's like this whole section at the end describing the plot of the story in case you didn't get it. I've never read another book like that since. Where at the end it just is like, I'm assuming you're too stupid to understand what I did here. So here's what happened. I got it. I was in 7th grade. I fucking understood what happened, and then at the end, I just felt so talked down to. I was like, I got it, and now you're cheapening it by explaining it to me. And we didn't get some special elementary school version of it. No, it wasn't 7th grade. It was 5th grade. It wasn't some special elementary school version of it where it was like, oh yeah, no, you're a child, so I'm assuming I have to explain this to you, and now your teacher's going to use this as a device. No, this was This was one of the, not the first edition, but like the official edition of the book, where at the end the author just fucking tells you the whole plot synopsis of the book.
You know what?
Who's the author? Louis Sakar. Get fucked, Louis Sakar. I knew what you were talking about, and I was 7.
See, I always interpreted it as the author went back through and he read his own book and went, "Oh, that's kind of a lot," and then just like wrote it for himself. Okay.
Dude, the guy's name was Zero. His great grandmother's name was Madame Zeroni. There was the main character's name. His family had the same name all the way down. It was Stanley Yilnats. It was Stanley and then Stanley. But like, it literally couldn't have gotten any stupider,
right? So like, but
like, you know what they say? If you get a bunch of chimps into a room and then have them go on a typewriter, they'll eventually write Shakespeare. They're gonna write Holes first.
A few times.
And then at the end, they're not going to write a fucking epilogue that says, by the way, in case you missed it, here's what happened. When Stanley carried Zero up the mountain, he broke I got it, man. I fucking got it. We all got it. We got that the onions were lizard repellent. We got that Zero was a descendant of Zeroni because it's the same name. Nobody else's name starts with Zero.
I wouldn't expect any differently from the guy who named like 4 characters in his book the same fucking name. Like he's just like,
it's just the same name forward and
backwards. All right.
He accidentally published the first draft, and I was like, "Oh no, it's totally subtle." Like,
okay, Scott, sorry to derail this. Scott, do you mind just throwing 5 minutes on the clock? Sean, just hit me with whatever word you're feeling. Like.
I'm not even thinking about this art piece right now.
I am
so sorry, Justin. You're putting your heart and soul into this, and I'm just bitching about holes.
It's all good. All right.
All right, this one's going to be difficult. Your word is constellation.
Constellation?
Constellation.
Okay.
I mean, there might be a window in the background with stars in it. I don't really know. Maybe there's cherries that have spilled out of the pie because of how fervently he's eating this. And it makes the Big Dipper. Well, he can easily editorialize that. Maybe the waitress becomes nervous because he started eating it before she put the thing down, and he's already halfway through the pie.
Was the one that was supposed to be nervous.
I mean, in my mind, I don't think we ever confirmed anything. In my mind, he was nervous because he had to stop himself from eating the pie before it was out of her hand. But we got distracted. When I'm nervous, my mouth also goes a full inch higher on my face.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So I'm gonna draw the window with some stars in it, and then I think I'm gonna try and
just tighten this ship up a little bit. We're gonna have to write a fucking epilogue that explains what's happening.
Editor Scott, if you wouldn't mind just throwing down a quick epilogue of the episode at the end, that'd be.
Yeah, just explain everything that happened and why it happened.
Oh yeah. No, because as we all know, our demographics mostly skew towards 5th graders. So just in case they don't get it.
I've really been trying to switch up like the algorithm of who watches my videos, but it turns out when you cross like cartoons and profanity, 5th graders. Like, I don't get it.
That's just the way. That's just how it be.
Guys, you ready for me to blow your fucking minds right now?
Always.
The dude who wrote Holes wrote the Wayside books.
Yeah.
That checks. All right.
Oh, okay, fine.
No, I knew that from I was watching something about The Wayside, like the show, and that's
Did you know that the last Wayside book was written in 2020?
that I did not know.
Ooh.
So
He
so
also
the
there's
show.
also a series of Holes books. There's Holes, the original one, and then Stanley Yelnats' Survival Guide to Camp Green Lake, and then there's another book called Small Steps for young adults.
I have a book series, or it's just a book. It's called A Series of Holes, but it doesn't sell very well with public schools.
It wouldn't. I'm surprised the Holes did. It's just called Holes. You know what inspired him to write it? How hot it was in Texas while he was doing yard work.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
What
hold
is
on.
Zero up to now?
So he's like just doing yard work, and he's like, you know what I feel like? Children digging holes in the desert. Like,
I got time of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
it's too damn bad.
That's too damn bad.
Excuse me. Scott, if that was absolutely horrible in the post, just drop the volume a little bit, please.
Raise the volume by 20 decibels. Got it.
Thanks, man.
I sincerely doubt I can actually change it decibel wise, but whatever the 20 indicates when I do the change volume thing, so that's what it'll get boosted to.
Cool.
I'm bored and that's no fun. I want to get away.
Is that what your shirt's gonna say?
It says IHOP, but not like the restaurant. More like that is just something she does.
It's
This restaurant specifically employs amputees.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized she doesn't have hands.
But they're covered by the table, are they not?
No, she just doesn't have hands.
Okay. That's yeah.
Oh, I drew the stars for the word constellation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. You could imagine a constellation out of those. I mean, some of those are stars.
I mean, there's only like what 5 or 6 stars in the whole universe. Like it's just.
Yeah, man. I think I remember reading that like the amount of stars in the universe is like totally pales in comparison to the amount of grains of sand on a beach.
Dude, really?
Yeah. The amount of grains of sand on the entire planet.
I think what Neil deGrasse Tyson, his exact words were, is that the amount of stars in the galaxy ain't shit.
Well, there's only 5 seconds, but I need to hold on. Okay, time. You know who I can't fucking stand?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse.
Me neither, man. The guy's just a fucking big wet blanket. He fucking knows a little bit about planets, and all of a sudden he's correcting everybody on fucking everything.
Something about his energy, I can't. I've blocked any variation of his name from appearing on my For You page on TikTok, but people just keep posting videos of him without any tags, so they don't filter out, and it pisses me off.
Fucked up, man. It's fucked up. That shouldn't be allowed.
No, it's messed up.
On a similar tangent, I found out that like a lot of people said Bill Nye like did their moms in university. Like apparently Bill Nye was a fuckboy in university.
I get that. That dude's got charisma.
Yeah, like he may be a scientist, but like he's also an actor. So like,
also he's like what 6 foot whatever. Bill Nye's tall, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Dude's got to be packing.
Imagine you just like walk in on your kids watching Discovery Channel, and you look up at the TV.
Just like bites her lip.
Yeah, it's the dude who railed you in a dirty dorm 10 years prior. It's just like when you're
she's like Bill.
Say it, whisper in my ear. Science rules.
Science rules. Bill, to the rhythm of the headboard banging against the wall.
and then his buddy jumps out of the closet. Bill Nye, the science guy.
It's like, this is a whole bit you had to set up.
Okay.
When he finishes, does his head do that spinning thing as he goes across the screen?
Yeah, that was based on true events.
Yeah.
He always would start everything like he'd say like random words like conduction or something like that. So he starts one show, ejaculation. This is your mom. You're like, what?
And it's not even like a science thing. It's just like unedited porn of him just fucking your mom.
Wow.
You see, kids, the G-spot is located right here. It's one of God's cruel planks that have made no man could ever hope to make a woman come with purely his penis.
And she's just like, oh, that's... And she looks at him, she's like, that's not it. He goes, see my point? All right, can we get five minutes on the screen, please?
Can we?
I'm really hoping we can.
I'm not sure.
We are behind. And we completely ignored one of the prompts. It's supposed to be nervous. I don't see. There's no nervousness in this at all. And this is only going to throw a wrench in the gears when I tell you that you're next to the prompt.
She looks mildly concerned. Does that not count?
I'm drawing shake lines. He's nervous now.
Okay, I got
like a junkie.
Yeah, he really wants that pie, dude.
Don't we all?
All right, hit me with it.
Your word is affair.
Affair?
Ooh.
AFFAIR.
That we can do something with that.
It could be extramarital or otherwise.
Okay.
Right, it could be,
Hear me out. Anthropomorphic pie walks in on her husband about to eat another pie, and she is heartbroken.
Only if you draw a little hole in the middle of the pie where he fucked it. Like Jason Biggs style.
I got this.
Yeah, we'll just let him cook.
Were we talking about American Pie already?
We were.
A little bit,
yeah, okay.
I feel like the conversation has
What a roller coaster the last 39 minutes have been.
The way I
don't even know what we're doing here anymore.
They added they must have added pectin or something when they were making the cherry pie filling, because it's able to hold form so well that he was able to put his dick in it.
It was an apple pie that he fucked.
Yeah, but this pie in the drawing.
There's also almost always pectin in pie filling, whether or not they add it. Just because
I know.
It does hold its shape better, and also most things have pectin in it.
But I mean, they added some,
it's for improved fuckability.
Exactly, because you can't. Just a normal cherry pie, not fuckable. But you
most
add
pie fillings reduce sodium or sugar. This one adds fuckability. Now 25% more fuckable.
Hey,
you'll come in less than 30 seconds with our pie filling.
Hey man, I noticed that your pies are a little bit, they have a little too much gelatin in them. It's yeah, that's the fucking point.
Acting like you smack a pie and it jiggles, it's not flaky, it's just like custard.
Good girl.
Do you guys want to hear my fun story about pectin?
Yeah,
I do. I'm not bullshitting you. I do have a story about pectin.
I'm so down.
A while ago, I started making my own ferments of stuff. I made black garlic. I made hot sauce, which I actually still make to this day, and I have to make more of soon. But I made kombucha because I was actually drinking a lot of kombucha, and I just thought it would be fun to make my own. And I made a couple batches, and they were really good. I made wild berry, and I made honeydew lavender, and that was good. And I was like, you know what my favorite flavor in the world is? It's peach. I love peach.
Ooh.
So the thing about peaches is there's a lot of natural pectin in peaches. I didn't account for that or even think about it, because who would? Everything else went perfectly fine. So the way I made kombucha, because I wanted it bubbly, I wanted it carbonated, was I got the SCOBY together, which was a bit of a process, and then I took little bits of the mother to seed a new kombucha thing, and then I made the kombucha, and I fermented it just into kombucha on its own, and then I fermented it again. I did a second ferment with the fruit flavoring, where I added like a bit more sugar and whatever fruit that I wanted. And this time I did peach, and I left it to, and I did that ferment. That was fine. Poured it into the bottles, and then I left that to kind of, because it gets bubbly if you put it in a sealed bottle. Because the way I was fermenting it, there was a water lock, so it let out all the excess carbon and stuff. So when you pop the bottles after that first ferment, it does pop, and it might fizz over a little bit depending on like what the temperature was and how like lively your ferment was at the time. But what this did was made this big disgusting tube that just shot out and it hit the ceiling. Because the initial pop had released so much pressure that it was gelatinized, the entire thing. It was undrinkable because it was the texture of like applesauce.
Oh no.
So the pressure that I had built behind it shot it into my ceiling, and then I had to put it in the sink, and it just ejected this disgusting snake of kombucha. It tasted awesome, but I'm not gonna drink it. You can't. It's applesauce.
So wait, did you do something with it, or like what did you do with the?
I think I drank a cup just to say that I didn't waste it, and then I kept it in the fridge until I was like, I'm never gonna drink this, and I threw it out.
That's fair. At least you tried.
Yeah, no, it's like it. At least you have the satisfaction of knowing it tasted good, even if the texture was off.
Yeah. Well, I was almost disappointed because I put all this effort into like I did a honeydew lavender one.
Okay, guys. What do you think? So this is what a fair is like. She just walks in. She's like devastated. She's like dropping her purse. She's like.
That's why he was so nervous.
Oh wait. Can I? Can I'll take it to a vote. Can I add 2 lines, please? Just to enhance the image. All right.
Yeah.
No money involved. No prize.
Is she not a cherry pie too?
I didn't know what kind of pie to make her, actually. Like that,
Why are you screaming at us?
I'm sorry.
I can hear your voice echoing off the walls of your room.
I'm so sorry. Guys, the question you just asked, I was like, as I was drawing her, I'm like, I don't know what kind of fucking pie she is. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'll draw her face, I'll draw her legs, I'll draw her little hand. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll think about what pie. And I've been carrying that pressure, and I didn't know what kind of pie. Please just tell me what kind of pie to make her.
Here's what she is. Here's what she is. She is a pumpkin pie that for some reason has a top crust.
So a better pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
She's my cherry pie.
I don't know how to draw pumpkin pie, so I'm just gonna draw kind of.
I think you already did.
Yeah, it's a solid mass. Unless you were coloring it, like
a puree.
I mean, this gives yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'm so sorry. That had no right being as stressful as it was.
Really pulled that cork off at Justin there.
That was some real simple.
What kind of pie she's supposed to be? I didn't realize that was that much of an exposed nerve for him.
That's the kind of stuff that you would get out of therapy.
I run into that problem so often while drawing. It's like I'll hit a point where I'm like, what should I draw in this place? I'll leave it alone for now. And then I come back around to it. It's like, what should I draw in that place? Well, I'll leave it alone for now. And then by the end of the drawing, there's this blank space, and it's like, it needs to be filled. I need to put something there. I don't know what to put there, though. The rest of the image looks fine. I don't want to tank the whole image here and now doing this. That's the kind of pressure.
I think this is a whole can of worms that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to unpack that.
No, he's gonna have to unpack that on his own with a professional. That's a whole lot of shit we are not prepared to deal with. Justin, your prompt.
My prompt
is fame.
Theme?
Fame.
Fame.
F-A-M-E.
Oh, like well, maybe it's a famous pie.
Maybe no. Subvert expectations. The waitress is famous. She's studying for a role.
Yeah, she's studying for the live action adaptation of.
This is a steamed character actress, Margot Martindale.
I'm just thinking I'm gonna tuck a script under her arm. What is she studying for?
Porn. She's just really dedicated.
Yeah, she needed to get the part down, so instead of pretending to be a waitress, like she just is one.
The work is called Pop My Cherry Pie. Hey, buddy. Come here. Here's my cherry pie.
Oh, my cherry pie.
Pop my cherry pie. How do you like my car, big boy? You're not gonna fit cherry in there, buddy.
I just did.
There's no way. Oh, you did? Oh, the delay hasn't caught up yet. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so good. Damn, dude, you can write the fuck out of cherry in a small spot. Tell you what.
Now draw a D.
I want to say, I don't think she's
Yeah,
built
the only reason he managed that is because there's not a D in sight. Except for in the movie.
Or if I have to draw a bulge. I am criminally good at drawing bulges. Bulge. Bulge.
Marge, how come you don't stroke my bulge anymore? Oh, that's my worst Homer impression yet.
That was very unnerving, the way you said bulge.
That was a Homer
really bad. That was bad. I'm sorry.
I thought you were doing an Oni impression.
An Oni? Like Chris O'Neill?
Isn't that where that like version of the voice comes from?
Marge. I don't know. I just say Marge to get into the character, and then usually that helps. Today it did not. I did. What happened to your bulge?
Marge.
The bulge in your pants used to be bigger than the one in your shirt, homie. I can't even stand to look at you.
You're an abomination, homie.
I'm taking the kids and I'm living with my sister until we get this shit figured out.
Oh.
You're an outright kaiju, homie.
What the fuck? Ugh.
I'm trying to give her a lip, but I'm gonna give up on that.
Lip has to stop at the lip. You just look like one of those kids in grade school that like licked their mouth too much and it got just dry around the edges.
That was an oddly common thing.
No, because kids don't know how to take care of themselves. It made sense to me.
It's kind of funny because like I remember when I was a kid I was shown how to bathe like in a bathtub, but nobody ever showed me how to shower. And
oh yeah, you just gotta have to figure that out.
You know what, honestly it was weird because it was like one day I was on YouTube and it's like how to shower and I thought I know how to do this but I'm gonna like give it a go and I learned some stuff, my guys. Like it was like washcloths, like a face cloth in the shower.
Oh yeah, you gotta do those advanced shower techniques.
The nuances still elude Justin. Man, there was a good long time there where I was obsessed with keeping my ass clean. And I still maintain what I consider to be healthy habits. Like at any given point, you could eat off of my ass. But there was a good long time where I was like, I realized that I didn't know how to do it properly, and then I was like, I gotta get in there. I gotta start. Like, it's not good enough just to wipe. It's not good enough just to you gotta wipe till it's white, and you gotta fucking clean. And to this point, like I'm so self-conscious about it that I pretty much shower after every shit I take.
How do you manage that though? Like,
I mean, my shower's right there.
No, but like that's a commitment. That's a time commitment.
I don't do a full shower with like the shampoo and conditioner and everything. I like hop in the shower. I just give my do my suckers a quick little spurt.
Well, I mean, like
you need a bidet is what I'm hearing.
Bidet to you, sir.
That's fucking Jesus Christ. to the extent you and I have talked about, you've actually got me to the point right now where it's like, and it might be a bit much, and it might be a little step too far, but what I will do is I'll like wet my hand in the sink next to me, and then like dap the toilet paper a little bit so it's just like a little bit damp, and I make sure I'm on my shit. Like,
you don't want to do that because the toilet paper is designed to crumble under moisture.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know, but that's
See?
why I have like a mattress grade of thickness when I do that. Like,
Edible.
like
Well, it's just gonna leave little bits on your bum hole. That's my thing.
but that's why I go back through with the 2 layers and then just use the dry wipe to clean that stuff up. It's like, it's like, spritz it, wipe it down. Like, it's a whole process. But like in the end I feel fresh. But ultimately my initial wiping process starts with what would most could see as a wet blanket. I'm wiping with a wet blanket.
Boy.
All right, never sleep at Justin's place.
Hey Scott, do you know the difference between a shower curtain and toilet paper?
No.
So it was you. All right, let's throw the final time on the clock. Let's get the last prompt going. Let's get out of here.
Jesus. Okay.
I
Sorry, I didn't realize you were cutting into your schedule like that.
I'm worried because honestly, I could talk for another 2 hours about bathroom etiquette. It's something I'm very
And it's only the majorly creative hour and a bit, so we only have a bit left.
It's just a bit.
Your word is reproduce.
Reproduce.
The pie, the other pie is pregnant.
I was gonna say, is that not what he was doing with the pie?
Yeah, he was like, maybe she's pregnant, and then also somehow miraculously this new slice of diner pie is also pregnant.
Is everybody pregnant?
Yeah, the waitress is pregnant. That's the cherry that they're gonna pop.
How do you draw a pregnant pie? What?
I think you start from the front.
Okay.
Wait, I think we need to consult Rule 34 for this.
No. Last time we did this, yeah, there you go.
I'm just saying, if anybody has drawn a pregnant pie, it's gonna be.
Justin, I think you start from where the crust meets the filling.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a really good point, actually.
Sounds like a pie parent trying to give their pie child the talk.
So you start from where the crust meets the filling, and then in gentle consecutive circles.
There we go.
Don't worry, she'll tell you what she wants.
Oh, she looks disgusting.
God. The words were of disgust, but the tone was of lust. She's so nasty. Oh, what a dirty fucking slice.
We're gonna have to pay attention to Justin's search history after this one.
Hey man, why are you subscribed to like all these baking websites? How you mind your own business?
Cue this better not awaken anything in me moment.
There is nothing that awakens something in me in the way that there is nothing else in this world that will awaken things in me the way that Totally Spies did.
I mean, that's fair.
Totally Spies, interesting.
Yeah, no, that was that was my first introduction to muscular women, and something in my brain was like, oh, that's right. No, that makes sense to me. Cool.
Yeah. For me, it was Kim Possible.
Like,
I mean,
it also helped that I like
Even
Stevens and his sister voiced Kim Possible.
Oh yeah.
I just watched the scene from Even Stevens the other day where Beans plays a bass guitar with his tongue. Who greenlit that shit? That was a kid's show. It was on the Family Channel.
It was the Wild West back then.
Yeah, man. It was lawless in the early 2000s. Oh, that's right. She's pregnant too. I forgot.
Everybody.
But now the script on her arm just says "Pop my cherry."
Exactly.
Now it's ironic.
Only real friends of the stream will get it.
Oh yeah, you had to be here or watch the uploaded thing at any point. But like, yeah.
Everybody's pregnant. This guy. All right, so this guy's gonna get. I'm just gonna give this guy a big bulge under the table.
I love how he's still lasered into the fucking pie. Like he does not care.
Does he need more sweat? I'm gonna draw more sweat on him.
What's the fuck? Why did you give him a... Oh yeah, no, he would have an erection,
No.
wouldn't he?
So he wasn't. Was he still planning on eating the pie?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
no. Oh,
What's
believe
the
me.
fork is for?
Oh, believe me. He's gonna eat it.
Like he gets off in like a clinical sense by impregnating the pie, but the real secret sauce is when he eats it after.
Yeah. No, it's a special secret.
That's what he's
sauce.
really about.
I really feel for the one pie who's just pregnant and heartbroken. How did?
Don't get attached. Don't get attached. That's rule number one, man.
Right.
Well,
Sorry.
who is
Rule
she?
number
Just
one. Don't get attached.
Was she? Is she upset? Like, was she with the guy or was she with the other pie?
She was with the guy. How would the pie get each other pregnant, man? Use your head.
Yeah. What the hell?
Well, no. He. Oh, touche. Yeah. Okay.
So he just.
So we have this conversation about
no,
3 times a week. You can't get attached emotionally to every pregnant piece of pie you draw.
They saved up and they did pie VF.
Just call the stream. Just end the stream here.
Yeah.
We had 22 seconds ago.
We're not gonna crest that hill.
Hold off until the next time.
I'll draw a little heart. Just like
he's not even sitting on a chair. He's doing planks eating this pie. That's why he's so sweaty.
And 2-1 there. Mercifully.
That's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
no more lines.
Pencils down.
This is probably the only truly perfect piece of art ever created, and definitely the only truly perfect piece of art ever created on this stream.
You know, it's telling. This was by far the least amount of prompts I think we've done, and so there's quality in each one.
All right, Scott, what do you want your signature to be this time?
I want it to be whatever you don't want it to be.
A pregnant slice of pie.
All right, just a sec.
You're getting a lot of practice in today.
You know what? Honestly, it's not the practice that surprised me. It was how weirdly good I was at it out the gate.
Yeah, man, you're a pregnant pie savant.
I mean that is a skill that probably few, but more than should be, are good at.
This.
Yeah. Actually, I guarantee you the market for it expanded after the American Pie movie.
Oh, that's a good. And
pregnant pie.
Sean, what do you want yours to be?
I want it to be on the inside of the waitress's thigh.
Okay. And what do you want it to say? What do you want?
My initials. I don't know. Was here. I guess her thighs are obstructed.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna draw.
What?
I'm gonna draw a money sign, and then I'm gonna draw a C, and also make it a money sign. Oh, because that's the cent sign. It's
dude. What? I should have noticed this years ago.
Hell. Okay, cool.
Did you not? What? Is this new information?
I mean, I knew what the signs were, Scott. I just didn't connect the dots to my initials.
So you didn't.
As most people would not have.
I thought you just didn't know what the sign was, and then you're like, "Oh, that's what." Okay, never mind.
Give me some credit, dude. Come on.
I would love to, but after today, my faith in anything is shaken.
That's
so,
fair.
On screen right now, there are currently 4 pregnancies, including Scott's signature.
I think we just set a record.
Fantastic. And not
on an hour stream, you impregnated 3 slices of pie and a human.
And you know what? I think we also broke another record because there's only 5 words on the screen.
Oh shit! Well, we did have a sentence, and that had several words in it. So
several words.
But honestly, like I think it's like last time, like Sean pointed out, you really could. It could like the phrase could have just been pie, and we would have gotten the same thing. Yeah. You know.
I don't think we would have gone for "there's nothing better in life than a slice of pie," though. I
But
think
we
it would have just
didn't.
been pie. I think we would have just
We
done a slice of pie.
we didn't go for that in this one though. So
You know
Like,
what?
he
though?
definitely thinks that there's nothing better in life than a slice of pie.
You know what? Given all the pregnancies in this image, apparently there's nothing better in life than a slice of cream pie. And on that, we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna end the show. Thank you so much for coming in, tuning in, and checking us out. Thanks to you guys for joining and making this this family issue on screen. Thank you to our sponsors, The Will to Live, that we are still actively trying to grapple to. And thank you to you. Make sure you vote. And have a good night. You guys have anything else you want to add before we end the stream?
I bet
I'm
Sean
good.
does.
I'm good. My dog just started howling as I was doing that. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's for the bit. It's for the bit.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And have a good night.